Hello, Miles here again. Welcome back to KSP with our interplanetary stuff save and our Kerbin flag. Very nice flag. It's a nice flag. Yeah, so anyway, new video. Decided not going to try and take the satellite orbit to lunar orbit because I realised that if I do try and do that, it's going to be very difficult. Because it's in a polar orbit around Kerbin, and it's in the wrong place, like literally at 90-degree angle to the moon. It's going to be very, very, very hard to intercept with the moon. And when we do, it's going to be very, very hard to actually make an orbit around it anyway. So there's no point. So I'm going to make a lunar landing vehicle now. So I'm going to try and get to the moon. This may or may not work. I'm going to bargain on not working, personally. But I guess we'll see. So I'm going to load up an aircraft, because I can't be bothered to make the asparagus staging again. Because as I'm sure you saw, making this crap took absolutely ages. So I don't need this anymore. You can go away. No, all of you should go away. We keep this bit. So I guess we'll send a Kerbal to the moon. I think we'll send 3 of them. Biggest cockpit. Well, not the biggest cockpit. That's the biggest cockpit. But that looks extraordinarily strange. Like, it's not a perfect circle. It's like elliptical down across there. So it doesn't line up properly. Although it makes no drag difference at all. It looks wrong. I don't like it. Okay, so, of course, control, large STS module, because this is a big one. This is Rocket Max size. Get a Rocket Max little. I said little. Get a Rocket Max fuel tank on there. Now, what engine we use? Just screw that. Yeah. Yeah. What I talk about. Yeah. And then that. 250 ISP. What's that? See, that's 390, but that's only 50 engine power. Any more than that. That's 390 as well. It's more efficient by quite a way. I guess we'll see. Probably won't be able to do it on this one. If we need more, if it turns out we need more power, then we'll need more power. I don't think we will, to be honest. Though. Give it landing legs. No, is it utility? Yeah, it is utility. L2 landing strut. Heavy duty. Micro strut. I think this is bigger. Bigger's better. Apart from it weighs more, but meh. That should come down. Yeah, it'll come down properly. Now we'll be returning from the moon as well, so we'll have to put some parachutes on this thing. There goes 4 parachutes. Are they covering the exits? No, they're not. If they cover the exits, by the way, then your Kerbals can't get out of that little hole, and then there's just no point in going to the moon, because they're not going to be able to get out. It's just completely pointless. I mean, you can get out, but it's like, no real point to it. Well, there is point to it, but just not as much. It's just sort of aggravating. It's really just them. I don't need 4 of them, but I need to balance it. What drag do they have? You see, they have a fair bit of drag. I just can't bother with them. There's no point in them. Just put a drogue parachute on top. We'll actually do this properly. That drogue? Yeah, that is. Deployment altitude 2,500, so much higher up. Not very good. Can't really stop you very well, but it does slow you down so that this thing doesn't rip you to shreds when they pop. And then we'll get a structural Rocket Max. That's the right size. But yeah, there we go. See, got all the systems and everything. Got all that shebang ready. Without having to worry about it. Should I add on extra fuel to there? I think we will. Yeah, we will. We will add on extra fuel. This is going to be the landing engine. It's going to be the engine getting us there. Well, what I'm about to put on will be the one getting us to the moon. About 4 of these. Now, if these don't work, or they're too slow, you can always engage that as well, do it manually, and then just power with them and this. And that'd be much quicker. But if we can prevent having to do that, then I will prevent having to do that, because I don't want to. I want to be as fuel efficient as possible. It's annoying because it doesn't fit properly. Turn off angle snap. I've been using it all the time, so it's more accurate. These line up perfectly, but these don't. You see, they rock from side to angle snap back on. So they have to be there. So I'll put these on the side because they can actually move around. There we go. That's cool. Propulsion. Smaller fuel tanks, I guess, because we're unlikely to be using these for very long. But then again, this is the only fuel they'll have. It does weigh more. But this whole thing weighs a lot more than I normally use. Sod it. Put big ones on. Doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it does work though, that'd be great. Rocket motors, these things, extraordinarily efficient. Just like over double that. In fact, no, yeah, they are double the efficiency of that thing. Because they're 800 and that is 390. So yeah, they are just over double the efficiency of that. There's 4 of them. So they will burn through fuel. They'll still burn through fuel slower though, because that's ISP for thrust. Amount of fuel burnt for the thrust that you get. But that thing gives out a lot more thrust with half the efficiency for the thrust. So they are better to use, but of course they're very, very weak. So if you actually need to stop or do anything at any sort of pace, they're absolutely useless, which is why I have this thing, because we may well need to actually stop at some sort of speed. I intend to jettison these before we hit the moon, because they'll be pointless. They can't, they're too long. Look how long they are. They'll take up loads of space. They're just, probably should get on with this, shouldn't I? I've been wasting a lot of time blabbing on about engines. That gonna... That... Yeah, they should be fine. I'll just put on another thing though. No. That doesn't work, does it? There we go. So that's the cowling for the engine, and you can't put these on the cowling apparently. Makes sense, I guess. Of course, attach an extra 2 struts to the top of this. Okay, look, I like to strut everything up, okay? But one thing that does come from strutting everything up is extreme stability. This thing will barely wobble. Wobbling is one of your worst enemies because it can actually shake your vehicle apart, and it does happen. Right. Muna Lander Mach 1. Save. Oh god, hang on. No, I don't want the parachutes to go off at the same time. It'd be pointless. Move that down there. Okay, now parachutes, remember. It's double the staging we had last time. That's a big thing. Don't want to screw up with that. And they start, and that starts at the same time. Now, obviously, I prefer for it to actually have an entirely separate starting stage. So we start these. If it's obviously not enough, then we can start that as well. And then once they run out, then we use this. Which also jettisons. Wait, what? No. These. There we go. So that jettisons, then these start, then we need to, then the Poodle engine starts. Wait, what, the Poodle engine isn't there? What the Poodle engine, what the, What is this insanity? Okay. Poodle engine is still too high up, don't want it up there. Want it down there. Because we will need to start this when they've gonna get jettisoned anyway, because we're still gonna need the thrust. So yeah, and then all of this should be cool. Should put a gravioli detector on there. Negative gravioli detector. Used to detect positive gravioli particles. I don't even know, it sounds far too much like some form of Italian dish. Gravioli. You understand what Italian dish I'm going on about? You probably have thought of that before. I think it's Italian. Please don't kill me for that. I'm pretty sure it is though. They need to be able to communicate their findings. I'm trying to think of something to put on this thing. Well, of course they need to be able to communicate their findings with Kerbin, because otherwise, well, again, what's the point in going if you can't tell everyone about it? And brag. Bragging mainly. They're all doing some bragging rights. Okay, now we actually need to give it some form of power, because otherwise now this thing doesn't use any power on its own. This thing doesn't use any power on its own, but they will use power, and so will they. So, by the way, Kerbin things with Kerbals in them, pods with Kerbals in them, don't actually require you to have a power supply for them, unlike the pod ones, unlike the probe bays, because they just do for some reason. They haven't really told us why they do, but they do. So yeah, and these don't, but these still need power anyway, so you may as well put them on. And the Kerbals won't be able to walk down the ladder, but they'll be able to get out, so that's fine. It's not really even, I don't care. I'm going to launch before I start looking at it too much. Oh dear. Right. So the moon is there. So we're going to go... What the... It doesn't like not having something to... Yep. It's like properly spazzing out. It goes right the way round to there. Meets it. No, because it's going to go around in full orbit and then we're going to blast off somewhere at some point, and then we're going to meet it. That's fine. Right. In 3, 2, let's start it. I've tried to lower the sound, but if my voice is still getting absolutely obliterated by the sound of the engines, then please do comment that. Probably won't need to. I'll listen back to it and I'll hear them getting obliterated by the sound of the engines. Oh well. If it turns out there's not enough fuel in these stages, I do actually have another method of getting more fuel into these stages. It does work. I've done it many times before, but it's very difficult to do and takes absolutely ages. So I prefer not to have to do that. Although I will, if it gets me to the moon. Which it guaranteed it would if I did do it. But like I said, that's a good half an hour sorting that one out. Not helped by the fact of my spanner. Oh, we don't have any RCS. I just remember that now. Clever me. Again, you do not get to see the RCS system, although you've likely seen it on every other logical person's KSP videos, but meh. What's fun with logic? Logic is boring. It also saves lives, but logic is boring. What the f... What? 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 You'll spin me right round, baby. Seriously, what happened here? What? That's just crazy. Why did it do that? That's mad. What actually happened here? I'm falling it quite alright. You know what, sod it. Let's give some data back. Open them. They might provide some resistance, because 2 of our parachutes got knocked out. One of the radials and the drogue. Which is annoying, because this is a rather heavy command module, and we kind of do need the drogue. Oh, they're going a bit faster than we are. Please don't hit us, please don't hit us, please don't hit us, please don't hit us. That would be so embarrassing if that hits us. There we go. I think we'll survive. Just time warp a bit. Well, physics acceleration. Because you can't time warp while inside the atmosphere. Because it's too much at work. 7 meters per second? Yeah, I'll survive that. End flight. What went wrong? Radial decoupler. Well, in that case, I shall simply. It is still saying. I guess I should simply have to put on more supports. More of them. See, like I said, you need to put on more of these, and I actually didn't even put on enough. Despite my absolutely insane amount. Hang on a second. Wait. Sorry about that. I was really delayed as well. Yeah. Right, Mark II, because that other one obviously didn't work. I guess launch. I have to split this up, and then when you're not watching, when I'm not recording, actually figure out how to get to there. Then I will have to do that, but you know what the hell? That was really inefficient of me. Meh. Accelerating pretty damn fast. Into the atmosphere. I'm gonna drop that a bit because it's just pushing through basically like what will feel like fruitcake at the moment. Also, as we burn more fuel, we get lighter, easier to lift. As we get higher, atmosphere gets thinner, easier to push through. Just gets faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. And actually, the further away you get from Kerbin as well, the less gravity you're experiencing. So it's actually much, much, much easier the further out you get. Escaping Joule's gravity, by the way. That's about twice as hard as it is to escape Kerbin's, I think. Probably more than that, though, thinking about it. Alright. This thing has more supports now, as you can see. There are uno. I can't speak Spanish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, is that 6? Yeah, there are 6 struts supporting it there. Apoapsis? It's rising. It's accelerating at an exponential rate. Yes. It means the faster it accelerates, the faster it accelerates. In a vicious circle. Just a really, really slow one. Well, this one isn't exponential because it only gets to a certain point, which is the point where there's no more atmosphere, at which point it will accelerate at the exact same speed no matter what you do. Well, not quite the exact same speed, because eventually it will leave gravity entirely. Once it entirely leaves gravity, then it's exactly the same no matter what. It'll never get faster, but it'll never ever get slower either. Isn't going fast enough yet? That's not high enough yet. Oh dear. Don't know. Oh. Ooh. Ooh, not good. Not good. No, no, no. Do your job. Get down there. Yes, there we go. 80,000. Is that high enough? Considering what we're wanting to do, probably not. No. Just wait until it gets to about 120,000, I'd say. We're completely out of the atmosphere now, anyway. No, not quite. But basically, like, very, very, very little drag occurs at this height. Almost none. Getting onto nil. Negligible. Entirely gone. Right, X. Probably went a bit too high there. And how long have we got until we get there? 2 minutes. Okay, right, I actually want to start burning down round about now, actually, to be honest. Love the music. It really is quite relaxing. Hold that there. Is that time yet? Not quite. Wait till 100,000. Oh shit, no, now. Now. That is quite a fairly sized trail. That's about from there to there. That's from there to there. That's like a long way up the ship. It's actually the same size as the... It's actually bigger than the tank. It's like up to there on the ship, if not further. It's a big tail. Perhaps this isn't going up too much, is it? No, it's not going up or down. Good. Perfect. Oh dear. There they start. And they're as weak as shit. It's bad. Yeah. Yeah, look at them. Look how pathetic that is. Look at it. How abysmal that is. And they're at full thrust as well. And they're overheating. Oh my days. This is really bad. But they have so much fuel, but they're so pathetically weak. I'm glad I started early then, because... Right, I'm going to actually have to try and drag my apoapsis a bit. Try and drag it up. Less efficient, but I honestly don't care. Because our acceleration is just so slow right now. Look at it. Look how slowly it's moving. That's just slow. I've made space planes that cover distance relative, like in orbital relative, and they're in the atmosphere. You appalling, appalling, appalling object. Pathetic excuse for a spacecraft. I made you, okay, and I'm saying right now and right here that you are absolute shit. Actual complete bullcrap. Come on, hurry up. Oh wow, you're using it at 1 pixel a second now. That's amazing. If I have to engage the Poodle engine, I'm not going to be pleased. I did not realise you were so pathetically weak. I mean, I knew you were weak, but this is bad. Actually, what are you thinking about it? Come on, there's 4 of them. 1 of them. 220. 60. 60 times 4. It's like 6 times 4 is like 240, isn't it? Yep. So why aren't you going anywhere? How's the... We're not actually catching up with the apoapsis fast enough yet. Which is good. We are catching up with it, but not fast enough. I think we are actually going to get into orbit with these things. Which is amazing. What's my dog chewing? My dog is chewing a random piece of plastic, that's fine. Hurry up! See how slow acceleration is. Look at it. It's actually crap. It's shit. As you can tell, I absolutely despise this spacecraft at the moment. It is nowhere near fast enough. I mean, it does what it needs to do, sure, but it's crap. Having said that, liquid fuel, rate of burning through liquid fuel. Right, and that's been running for a while, hasn't it? I think we can both agree, or all agree. Oh shit, hello. It actually made an orbit, yep, now it has. Ah, jolly, at least I get more time to make decisions, because I have to wait ages for it to do shit. I have to wait aeons before it will literally do jack. Come on, get above 70,000. You know you want to. Come on. Come on. Okay, right. Just wait until it gets about 72, 75,000. Boom. 30 meters in it. That's pretty good. Oh, auto-saving. Thank you. Well, it was auto-saving. It's not anymore. And still well over half the liquid fuel left in those tanks, as you can see to the left there. Why am I spinning? I don't even know why I'm spinning. Why am I... There we go. Cancel my idiotic move there. Don't even know why I did that. Add maneuver. Stretch it out a bit. Actually, no, wait. Can we stretch it out with the moon? Will that work? No. That definitely wouldn't work. Right, okay, we're just going to stretch it out a bit more because... Oh, wait, how much does that take to do that? Oh, 300. That's not too bad. Wait, we stretch it out to there. That's going to make it extraordinarily easy to then slingshot this side back out to about there somewhere. And by then the moon might be in a better position. The moon might be in a better position to actually try and make contact with this thing. With the thing. Sorry, I'm really bad at speaking today. I don't know why. Having said that, I'm not too good anyway. But meh. Just time accelerate this. Got 11 minutes. Wait, just check. Is this actually going to be facing the right direction? Yes, it is. Because occasionally they can really, like, properly set you up wrong. Okay. Oh shit, missed it. By 6 seconds. Boo-hoo. You see how fast they move though? It's like ridiculous. Imagine being able to move 2 kilometers in a second at home. You die, obviously, a really bad idea, but imagine if you could do it. It'd be so cool. Engines, would you kindly stop overheating? Wait, let's turn on the gravity detectors. So you're like 0.4. 0.45, so it's literally, it's half what it was on the surface. This is 9.8 or something. So it's almost less than half what it is on the surface. So it's almost half what it is on the surface, sorry. So as you can see, the gravity goes down the higher up you go as well. Which is great, it's great. Because it means the higher you go, not only once you leave the atmosphere do you have no atmosphere to push against, but obviously getting there you have less fuel, so there's less stuff to move, and the gravity gets lower, which makes it much easier to push you. Like, to any change in like orbital speed will massively change what happens to your orbit, rather than just shifting it slightly. Perfect. Well, not quite perfect, but meh. What's this? Okay, so back here again. Let's stretch that out. Oh no, I don't want to be that there again. No, I don't want to do that again. Actually, no, what happens if I do that again? Will it hit it if I do that again? No, it won't. But will it hit it if I do this again? If I do this. Hit it then. Oh yes, it will hit it then. Quite a lot of delta V there. I want to actually see the prep. Do I want to hit? Do I want to be in a collision course with the moon? Yeah, I think I do want to be in a collision course. Collision course. Alright. We now have 36 minutes for the next node. SS is on, I can't move, can I? Fool. Don't actually need RCS, to be honest. It's a command pod rather than the probe, and command pods, for whatever reason, have far more gyro random crap in them. Basically means that the SAS force is far stronger. even without the engines. Okay, so time accelerator, I think. Curb in there. I've actually checked there for an Easter egg. There is no Easter egg, as far as I know. Last time I checked, that may have been last version though, but there isn't an Easter egg there in 19.1 certainly. There really should have been, like at least like a meteor or something there, but no. Wow. Now you see that rate of acceleration. Damn, that acceleration. Oh look at but look at the gravity. It's quartered from when we last saw it. Well, nearly quartered from when we last saw it. It's nearly a ninth, nearly a tenth of what it was like before. So any change in velocity that we make up here will be 4 times as effective as it would when we were lower down. So I guess you can see the advantages of being higher up. Everything gets easier to a vast degree. And we are going to burn through this. I think we're probably going to be able to get them to get us there. But we're not going to be using them to land, which is good. We don't want them there. I do not want them anywhere near me when we land on the moon, if I actually do manage to successfully pull that one off. Which I doubt I will. Yawn. As you can see, the higher up we get, much the far easier it gets, far faster it starts to accelerate out in terms of how far away it gets. So hopefully we'll hit the moon at some point now. Well, bollocks. Slightly more of an actual periapsis around it, maybe? Maybe? Yeah, no idea. When I get to the moon though, yay! Woo 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 woo! Moon! Booyah! I'm gonna engage that engine now. Am I? No, I'm not. I'm gonna see if I have to. Hopefully I don't. Is the time warp until we get there? If I do it again though, it'll be 1,000 times faster than it was before, and that's just not good. And that 1,000 times, 10 times faster than it was just previously. I do not want that to happen. And crossed over the moon's orbit. That's preferably when we'd actually just sort of crash to the surface. But no, the moon was disaligned by about that much backwards. So, going out beyond the moon's orbit, going slower than the moon, therefore it catches up with us in perfect time to smack right back into the sucker. Like now. And yes, we are actually just going to clip the moon. Clip it. We're not going to tap it either, we're going to actually whack it about 300 meters per second. Accelerate as we get closer. Slow us down a bit. Oh no, I don't want to do that, Jesus. I want to speed this up. That was a bad idea. You want to slow yourself down when you get to the periapsis. I'm going to have to undo what I just did. Clever me. I'm sorry to stop that. And now try and actually get it to the point where that apoapsis isn't actually going to crash. Periapsis is actually going to... no, periapsis, yeah, isn't actually just going to crash straight into the moon. X. And when you get to the periapsis, that is when we turn it around. Like so. Yeah. Okay, how much fuel do we have left? Actually, a fair bit. Isn't that just interesting? Watch from the map view to get a better idea of what's happening here. It is really slow though. Ooh, speeding up. Yeah, so we're going much faster now. Yes, I did just mumble. Many times faster than we were. Again, I can't say many times, but it's really not. It's only like, it's not even 3 times yet. Yes. When I go to lower the apoapsis, this is the point where we actually orbit the moon. Will this ever happen? Will I actually ever be able to orbit it? Yes! I'm now orbiting the moon. Officially. Except I want the moon's apoapsis to be really close. Closer it is, the better. Closer than that. Now I have a feeling that some of the moon's like mountains will be about 7,000 meters, so I really do not want to be any closer than that. Ah, that's closer than I meant to be. That'll be fine. Slightly crappy orbit as well, because I did some weird shit while trying to get here. Meh. Again, drink if I say meh. That's rewatch the video and drink. In fact, don't do that. I wouldn't do that with anything more than 4%. That might actually kill you. Also, by the way, when I say drink, I don't mean as in just like a sip. I mean like down the thing you're holding. So, yeah. Go for it. Just don't do it with vodka. There. See, if I stop myself at the apoapsis, which is where it's easiest to stop myself, I will land in that very nice crater. Very nice, it's flat. Unfortunately, it may also be night by the time I land there, so I might want to just circle around the moon once more, but also, I'll be 98,000 meters off the surface. And I have to descend. I have to control the descending. I don't want to have to control the descending, so I'm actually going to speed myself up. Just going to go around. I'm actually below 10,000 meters. I am extraordinary. Crap. How close am I to the moon's like surface a bit? 7,000 meters off. Less than 7,000 meters. There we go, now I'm going up again. So no, I can actually go lower than that. I can go a fair bit lower than that. I can go very close if I wanted to. But I'm not going to, because that'd be a very bad idea. Big mistake. So what you want to do is you want to slow yourself down when you're going the slowest. Makes sense, right? It doesn't really matter where you are, because you're going to have to use the same amount of energy to get yourself to touchdown safely. If I stop myself there, I'd use the same amount of energy as I would there. So I wouldn't to stop myself. But to land safely, I would, because I have to fall further, so I'll build up more momentum, build up more speed. I have to stop more when I get there, but I have to stop less to just make myself fall. But there, I have to use a whole lot more energy to actually stop myself from moving in space. But then, when I fall, I don't have anywhere near as far to fall. So, like, nowhere near as far to fall. I mean, like, 6,000 meters, I mean, that's nothing. Compared to 98,000, 97,000, it changed. Why did it change? I did nothing to make it change. It's just not really going to be in the crater anymore, which is kind of aggravating. Is it going to be sunny, though? It will be sunny. It will be nice. It'll be a nice side of the moon. Now, I'm going to stop myself here, because, honestly, I want to be in that crater. And it's not going to slow down that much more. Maybe it might slow down by like 10 meters a second. more than it is already. So I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just going to stop it now. Stop it now. Yeah, stop it now. Just let me just... God damn it. No. No. Yeah, there we go. And stop it now. As you can see, my periamp has just immediately vanished from view due to the fact it's only 6,000 off the surface anyway. Stop me. Stop me. God condemn you, stop me. They're not really stopping me very well, are they? I know. Make them go away. Bye bye, pathetic, useless pieces of shit. Can I match that? So then I have no velocity at all. Yay! Except for the fact I do. I have a tad, I have a little bit of it. I have 10 meters per second at the moment. Lower the landing struts early so I don't forget to later, because I will. 0.74 meters a second. That's not very much gravity, is it? That's a minuscule amount of gravity. Toggle. 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 Toggle again. Communitrons. I'm not actually sure if they do use power, to be honest. I don't think they do. I know they do. They actually give you some information. They do. They give you nothing. They literally give you nothing. They are pointless. But they look cool. They're stripy. Therefore they are cool. Ugh. That stupid piece of crap over there disappearing. 18 kilometers away already. Rapidly going away. 19 kilometers away. And pretty damn soon 20 kilometers away. At 25 kilometers away I think they disappear entirely. You never see them again. They unload. Sort of falling a bit here. I'm going to negate entirely my velocity sideways right now. That will really help if I can. Get the retrograde axis to match perfectly onto the dot. Boom. Yes. Now match this perfectly onto the dot. We'll be moving like sideways at like half a meter per second, which will do nothing. Plenty of fuel left. 90,000 meters up. Boring. Negate some of that now. Don't want to negate it. I'm going to go down a bit more further. There we go. Now I want to negate quite a bit of that. Just because I want to be able to negate it now. Because although I will definitely be able to land, I want to be able to make sure that I don't not land because I'm an idiot and I just go into the floor. Which could easily happen, knowing my stupidity. This is amazing. Actually gonna land on the moon. I know I haven't done this before. There you go. I can definitely negate that at any point in time. So what's the gravity now? They've got closer. Now it's actually like registering as a 1.3. So it's actually accelerating faster as well. So it'll be more difficult to negate my velocity as I get further down. But it didn't really take me that long when I did it. So closer. Shit, that's actually moving at some sort of speed. Crap on a cracker. Okay. Actually leaning closer towards the screen to be able to see this. Thanks. Because I still want to fall. Just not very fast. Right, IVA. Let's see what you've got to show me. Where's the radio one? Radar altitude. Haha. See, that is extremely useful because that actually tells you the exact distance you are off the surface. This is from the rough surface. This is the average height. That's sea level. But I don't know if this is at sea level. This could be higher. It could be lower. Probably higher. That's the lowest level. But certainly on other planets as well, especially even like Kerbin, if you try and land on like a mountain or something, it's definitely not going to be 0 when you land. But it's not even 0 on the landing pad, it's like 72 or something. Depending on how big your ship is, it could even be more than that. Just give me a second here, let my dog out of the room. Hey Bliss. Yes, I said that is my dog name. Bliss. Ugh. There you go. Oh wow. Right. She's just been doing some shredding. Very long video, this one, I think. But meh. I probably won't take off from here. Probably put that into the second video, taking off and landing. Oh, that won't take me near as long. Then design another ship to get somewhere else. Then I'll actually show you the launching in the next video. After that one. Could be a plan. Could well be a plan. Shit. Fuck. Oh shit. That's not what I wanted to do at all. My shadow there. And we land. Well, that was successful. Anyway, in the next video, I will take off. Been good to talk to you. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I will see you next time.